welcome to Kirk's Town Tours. You must have woken up on the right side of the bed this morning because today is your lucky day. You'll be getting some premium tour action from the boss man himself. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm Kirk. Together with the Stars Hollow Board of Tourism, we created these tours as a way to show the rest of the world what this town is all about. In addition to getting to know the geographical lay of the land, I'm hoping you'll also come away knowing a little about the good people of this town. We have a well-deserved reputation for being full of colorful characters. It's tough for an average guy like myself to stand out in a place like this, and I'm hoping that today you'll get a chance to meet a few of these characters. I'll do my best to give you the most thorough overview and illuminating insight into this town that I possibly can. But if you'd like to know more, feel free to stop in at the Kirkstown Tour shop on your way out to pick up the History of Stars Hollow guidebook, an extensive publication that details with colorful as well as historical pictures this town. These tours have been very popular, however, so if that item's not available, there are a number of much more modestly priced, great souvenir gift items like t-shirts and mouse pads. But for now, let's begin our excursion through my hometown, Stars Hollow. Welcome to Dosey's Market, Stars Hollow's premier and only grocery store. If you're looking to purchase some locally made Aunt Molly's ice cream or a basket for our annual Bid on a Basket fundraiser, then Dosey's is your place. It's also one of the several businesses owned by our town selectman, Taylor Dosey. While Dosey's Market is chiefly Taylor's domain, I myself have labored many hours in this fine establishment. I've proudly donned a Dosey's apron as a stock boy, a bag boy, a checker, and an assistant manager. I've also had business here in many non-apron wearing capacities. In fact, the roughly 15,000 jobs I've held have taken me all around Stars Hollow. You see, I'm what you'd call a jack of all trades, a renaissance man, if you will. Some people are happy to be tied down to one path in life, but not me. I prefer to spread my considerable talents and abilities to as many aspects of this great community as I can. Truth be told, I play such an important role in this town, it's difficult to imagine how the good people of Stars Hollow would get by without me.
Oh, hey, that's my water bill.
Everybody is always telling me what to do. Everybody else is always right. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm the mail carrier in this town, and I will carry the mail the way that I carry the mail. And if you don't like that, then you can carry the mail. But you'll have to apply for the job first and get hired. And there's a test, and it is a hard test, my friend. Ow, paper cut.
Where do you want the swans?
Well, do you know where the pond is?
Nope.
Okay, you know that little road you came up?
Nope.
Okay, do you know how to say big help in Chinese?
Nope.
Michelle! This is 20 swans?
Sure, why not?
I'm very proud to announce that tonight's feature presentation is the classic Cool Hand Luke.
Yay!
But I'm deeply sorry to report that the first reel of the movie inexplicably caught fire earlier this evening. I'd be happy to recap what you'd miss, or even act it out for you. I must say I do a wicked George Kennedy.
Having Kirk reenact things can be pretty disturbing. He totally ruined Last Tango in Paris for me.
Now it's going the other way, and they're hitting it between them. Number 7 has it. Now number 3. Now 7. 3 again. 7. 10's got it now.
Kirk, just to let you know, some of the guys, not me, but some of the guys say they're going to rip your head off if you don't shut up, okay?
We'll be pausing for a short break.
You forgot your card?
I might have lost it.
That's a permanent card. You lost a permanent card.
You can just get me a new card, Kirk.
Fine, but I hope you understand the gravity of the situation here.
I'm trying to grasp it.
I mean, these cards are agreements. It's an agreement between you and the Stars Hollow video store stating that you will take care of your card, that you will honor your card, that you'll be very, very nice to your card.
Kirk.
I'll be right back.
I did tell you about the dangers of mold, right? And Ed McMahon's dog
Yes, you did.
suffered memory loss due to mold infestation. Forgot how to sit.
Yes, it was horrible.
It's a growth industry right now, pardon the pun. Mold is money. I just wish I wasn't so scared of finding it.
I like your display, Kirk.
It is fun, isn't it? I'm also including a few samples, a facial scrub and a honey mask. Very soothing, very healing.
That's very nice.
Thank you for coming, and call me and tell me how you like that mask.
We will.
As you might imagine, holding down literally dozens of jobs simultaneously is challenging. Not to mention the tactical strategizing that goes into my work schedule. My day planner's color-coded, with a 5-tiered post-it note system so complicated you'd think I was Norman Schwarzkopf. But all this work isn't without its rewards.
Where the hell did you get that much money?
I've been working for 11 years, Luke. I've had 15,000 jobs. I've saved every dollar I ever made. That and the miracle of compound interest has created a bounty of $250,000. Again, just under. I don't want to brag. However, money isn't everything. I also crave power. And I believe I'm on the path to achieving that as the heir apparent for Taylor's seat as the director of the Stars Hollow Board of Tourism. I only hope he chooses to step down soon so I can have my chance to really shine. But until then, I'm happy to be running Kirk's Town Tours, which happens to come with its own line of stylish, high-quality goods located at the Kirk's Town Tours store. I hope you'll stop in for a visit at the conclusion of our tour. I hope you don't mind this little interlude. Though not officially listed on the tour, I thought you might enjoy the chance to see Taylor's pride and joy, his old-fashioned soda shop. Plus, I figured it wouldn't hurt to give the old man in charge a little extra free advertising, if you know what I mean. We'll continue on to the Dragonfly Inn in a few moments, just need to wait for Bob, who tends to the inn's grounds, to finish up for the day. Though I find most people are drawn to my vibrant personality, Bob isn't one of them. And he's flat out told Lorelei he never wants to see me on the property again. Quite frankly, I can't fault him, not after that unpleasant incident at the Dragonfly's trial run. That evening, if you don't mind my taking a little trip down memory lane, was actually shaping up to be something special indeed for two of Stars Hollow's leading citizens before an unexpected event pulled the rug out temporarily from under them. I won't lie to you, that was an embarrassing night. I only wish I actually remembered more of it instead of relying on the words of others. But that is the nature of night terrors. And I suppose in the end what matters most is what I do recall from the night, which is the loving care I received at the Dragonfly Inn after Luke found me.
What happened?
He landed butt first in Taylor's rose bushes.
Oh, poor thing. We need to take him upstairs.
Lulu can't see me like this.
But Kirk...
Lulu can't see me like this!
Okay, she won't, I promise. Can I take a look?
Okay.
I don't want to take a look.
Oh yes, those were rosebush thorns in my posterior, my friends. And let me tell you, that's not something that heals as quickly as one would like. As painful literally as that night was, I understand why the inn respects Bob's wishes. His landscaping is out of this world. And oddly, the whole incident left me with an overwhelming sense of loyalty that led to some rather unconventional behavior during their time of need.
Kirk, what are you doing? You're a giant hot dog.
Technically, I'm a giant wiener. The costume tag says wiener.
Get him away from my diner. I mean it.
Don't you worry, Lorelei. I have no intention of abandoning my post, and I will not rest till every single person in Stars Hollow has tried lunch at the Dragonfly. Yes, I do love the Dragonfly. I was hoping perhaps using my power as a member of the Stars Hollow Tourism Board to help the place out during times of civic crisis would lighten the restrictions, but alas, they are still firmly in place.
The Dragonfly is a business. We need a credible street name. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're keeping 3rd Street.
Taylor is not going to like that.
Well, too bad, because that's what we're doing. Decision made. Because it's not going to be Krusty Bulge, and it's not going to be an Indian name that no one can pronounce, and it's not going to be a name that 50,000 other people had that caused mass chaos and death in 1492. And oh my God, I just realized where all that stuff is from.
What? What stuff?
Never mind. Just tell Taylor what I said.
So we're done here?
Definitely.
Thank God. Mom tied this way too tight. Anyway, if you're staying with us overnight, and you really should, bunk down at the Dragonfly Inn. Though you might not want to mention my name if you see a man with gardening shears. But for now, we really should be moving on to our next stop. Kirk's Town Tours waits for no man. Though it occasionally does pause for ice cream. What's that, Stars Hollow tourists? You say you're tired from walking all over town and you could use a little caffeinated pick-me-up? Well, well, you're in luck. We happen to find ourselves standing in front of Luke's Diner, home of the finest coffee around. People of Stars Hollow couldn't live without it.
How many cups have you had this morning?
None.
Plus?
5, but yours is better.
You have a problem.
Yes, I do.
But it's not just a place to pick up a fine cup of joe. Luke's is also the place to be if you're looking for a good home-cooked meal. I myself frequent this establishment daily, and in return I get some super special treatment from the proprietor himself.
What can I get you, Kirk?
Patty melt and a Coke?
You want the milk cut into squares or stars today?
Half and a half?
Okay, coming right up.
Thanks. Of course, there are boundaries. So only people you're sleeping with are allowed to go behind the counter?
Yes.
Well, I don't really know you that well, Luke. I mean, I know what you do for a living, and I know you're a Scorpio and you smell okay, but we've never really connected on a deeper level.
Get out from behind my counter, Kirk.
Well, now it's a definite no. Despite those small hiccups, you can see I'm pretty well esteemed at the place. And it's no wonder. I'm not always there at Luke's physically, but I'm also there for Luke as a friend, general cohort, and aide de camp. I help out where I can, and my dedication has been known to supersede even my devotion to my lady love Lulu.
I mean it. Put the box away.
Luke, you and Lorelei have reconciled.
I know, Kirk, I was there.
And since you two have reconciled, it's only appropriate that the citizens of Stars Hollow take off their pins and start to heal. In my case, literally. I caught about an inch of chest flesh with this sharp little sucker.
Kirk.
Lulu, hey!
No, Kirk, I like my ribbon. It's pink. I like pink.
This is bigger than your love of pink!
No!
Lulu! Lulu, get back here! Lulu! And with my strong entrepreneurial background that I was willing to share with my good friend, I was instrumental in getting Luke back on his feet when, due to a rather unfortunate accident, the diner had to be shut down for a time. Sunny side up with a side of bacon, and who's got these scrambled with hash browns? Here we go.
What the hell is going on here?
Welcome to Kirk's. I'll be right with you.
What is this?
It's a diner, Luke.
Luke's did not go out of business. Luke's is closed for repairs, and you want to know why it's closed? Because some nincompoop yesterday drove his car through my diner.
Luke, calm down. I get where you're coming from. I think we can work something out.
What is this?
A job application. The way business is picking up, I'm totally going to need a fry guy. I miss my diner. Welcome, town tourists, to Miss Patty's School of Ballet, Cheerleading, Gymnastics, Ice Skating, Baton Twirling, and Modeling. Or more simply known as Stars Hollow's link to the world of entertainment. Miss Patty is a living legend who's had collaborations with some of the world's finest entertainment figures, and without her, this town would be full of left-footed individuals. But in her heart of hearts, she's a performer. And when she decided to put on a one-woman show, she came to none other than the man who stands before you today to help give it the Broadway-worthy pizzazz that it was missing. And it was I who convinced her to keep her annual recital interesting by adding new features.
Here to present a piece of his own creation entitled The Journey of Man, exactly as he performed it 20 years ago, is Kirk.
Oh, it's moments like these that make life worth living. Ew. 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 So, it's the birth of Lucille Ball? He's a parent now, I get that. He's moving along at a nice clip.
Now, a lot of people might think that the raw, uncompromising honesty of that last performance would hinder a man with ambitions in public service, but I'm actually quite proud of the fact that, unlike other entertainers turned government leaders like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Jesse the Body Ventura, I've been able to keep my feet planted solidly in both the entertainment and government sides of this town.
So, none of you are interested in addressing this scourge?
I have a thought.
Go ahead, Kirk.
A controlled hunt.
Guns?
Not guns. Wolves.
What?
You release a pack of wolves, they eat the deer, problem solved. Of course, then you'll have to deal with your wolf problem. Yes, town tourists, were it not for Miss Patty's providing an outlet for my twin passions of politics and entertainment, I wonder if it ever would have occurred to me to start working with the town's tourism office in the first place, doing the good work of showing you the town's great landmarks through the richly rewarding performative art of guiding tours. Which means, it seems to me, that all you tourists owe Miss Patty's a note of thanks. I encourage you to give it silently before proceeding on to our next destination. Welcome to our town square, the center of Stars Hollow and the site of many of our town's memorable moments. As you can see, I'm standing in our gazebo. While some might view a gazebo as a simple lawn ornament you purchase prefab from a home improvement warehouse, our gazebo actually has a romantic and storied history tied to the founding of Stars Hollow. According to local legend, a boy and a girl from different counties met and instantly they fell in love. Sadly, the young lovers were separated not only by distance, but also disapproving parents. They communicated the old-fashioned way through the postal service, reaffirming their love and their hopes for the future. Neither could bear to be apart, so the couple covertly planned to meet. They snuck out of their houses one night, but that was pre-night vision goggles, so they got lost in the darkness. Fearing wolves, Sasquatch, and other things that lived in the woods around that time, the lovers thought they might not ever see each other again. Then, suddenly, there was a band of lights in the otherwise dark night sky. Stars, so bright they lit up the night, guided the lovers to this very spot where I now stand. Fate, or possibly extraterrestrials, united the young couple under the illumination of what would soon become Stars Hollow. So you see, this gazebo, marking the site of the founding of the town, is a beloved and integral part of our history. Even today, it continues to be the site of many magical and memorable moments.
Here's to us.
To us.
Taylor!
The light guys go on golden time in 5 minutes.
Taylor, turn the lights back on.
Okay. I believe we were right about there. Really? You gonna kiss me now? You're so incredibly predictable. Where's the minister?
As kids we shared our toys with all the girls and boys. Barrel of monkeys, your battleship sunk me, please recall the joy. Willow, clue, mousetrap, fashion, spirograph, kaleidoscope spinning, Yahtzee I'm winning, think of how we laughed.
And though this square has many celebrations and festivals, the one thing that's always been missing for me, and I feel the gazebo would be perfect for, is a semi-professional magic act, wherein I could saw various townsfolk in half, levitate the gazebo, or pull pennies out of noses. But Taylor keeps rejecting my proposal. With persistence, I feel his resistance might be weakening. So if you're at all predisposed to letter writing, you might want to drop him a line, telling him how much you enjoy the fine art of magic and what a boon it could be to town tourism. I'd really appreciate it. I just know it could be a big crowd pleaser, like the last project I put together for this town.
I can't wait to meet your family.
I'm very close to my family.
I know this. That's why I can't wait to meet your family.
Remember, Daddy is quite protective. I'm his favorite daughter.
He has good taste. I intend to tell him that.
I love you. Teddy,
You are with my favorite daughter.
You have good taste.
Come in the house.
I love you.
If you haven't written that letter yet, maybe also request more films by Kirk as well. Well, that almost wraps it up for this segment of Kirk's Town Tours, though I can't conclude this section without mentioning the real soul of this town, the people. While the magic of the square is reflected in our festivals and celebrations, the heart lies with its inhabitants. We look after and take care of each other.
It's the last 12 eggs.
The last 12.
Tell Taylor you found them. Be the hero.
Thank you.
Thank you. I love you, Luke Dane. I love you.
Mom, Kirk's following us in a little clowny car.
He's watching out for us.
Okay.
Yeah, wait. Need a hug?
Kind of makes you want to move here, huh? This is the house of Lorelei Gilmore, Stars Hollow's local innkeeper. She is one of our town's most spirited entrepreneurs. If you check into the Dragonfly Inn, you'll probably have the pleasure of meeting her. Tell her Kirk of Kirkstown Tours sent you, and she may give you the Super Kirkstown Tour discount. Or she may deny that the Super Kirkstown Tour discount exists. In either case, make sure Michelle, the inn's concierge, isn't around, as these coupons tend to make him a little more French than usual. But back to the tour. This is Lorelei's home sweet home. Previous residents included another Lorelei Gilmore, better known to us locals as Rory. She's now completing her senior year at Yale University. In fact, 4 years ago, it was I who had the pleasure, civic pride, and business savvy to announce Rory's admittance to Yale by means of this unisexually flattering 100% cotton t-shirt. Sadly, the Stars Hollow Business Owners Association, of which I'm merely the undersecretary, nixed the idea of matching jogging pants, but that's another story entirely. Lorelei, who much to her own detriment is not on the SHBOA, as I like to call it, currently lives with Paul Anka. Not the sharply dressed world-class entertainer of puppy love notoriety, but an actual puppy who, despite sharing the same name, is a second-rate singer at best. While the Lorelei's and dog Paul Anka live here, I myself am no stranger to this residence. I've been a friend, neighbor, DSL installer, wedding photographer, mechanic, exterminator, security professional, and United States mail carrier. I like to think if not for my contributions to this property, well, it might not even be here.
Well, I checked under the entire house.
And?
You have termites.
What?
Tens of thousands of them. Subterranean, drywood, the whole gamut.
Gross.
4 of them crawled up my nose.
What can we do right now? The alarm is just so loud.
Yeah, that's my fault, too. I asked Jimmy to really crank it up.
Well, he did.
If you're gonna have an alarm, you need a loud. You don't want some crazed, knife-wielding gunman at your throat and the neighbors are going like, is that a fan? Did I leave the water running? You want them to know, hey, that's an alarm.
Your imaginary attacker has a knife and a gun?
And a really dirty tank top.
Okay.
I was also instrumental in delivering one of the biggest pieces of news to this house. Though, between you and me, these girls drink way too much coffee.
Kirk! Kirk!
Good morning, ladies.
Is there an envelope in there?
A big envelope, not a little envelope.
Yeah, big envelope means she's in, little envelope means she needs to marry rich.
Just 1 second, please.
Aren't you supposed to go through the mail before you get here?
Some work that way. Personally, I think it takes the spontaneity out of the job.
Need some help?
Sorry, federal law prohibits it.
Any chance you could go faster?
Yeah, you got a girl's future in that sack of yours, Santa.
Thank you for adding the Santa.
Anytime.
You know, over the years, I've invested so much of my time and considerable know-how into this house that it almost feels like home to me. In fact, for a short while it was. Though Lorelei's a lot stricter than my mom. And a lot hotter.
Kirk, is the TV still on?
Oh, I forgot.
No, I'll get it. You'd forget your head if it wasn't screwed on.
Don't deny that you're on the phone.
Phone's in the living room.
What are you guys talking about? Fine.
No forts.
This concludes our tour of Lorelei's house. If you'll follow me in an orderly fashion, we'll move on to our next destination. Please be careful not to disturb Babette's gnomes as you cross the lawn. And don't look at them directly either. They don't like that at all. Well, I'm glad you were able to join me today, and I hope you found Stars Hollow to be the warm and welcoming community I know and love. For those of you staying with us, I encourage you to visit some of the Stars Hollow establishments we weren't able to visit today. If you have a passion for antiquing, or if you're like me and enjoy the fine art of haggling, you'll be in for a treat if you stop into Kim's Antiques. Tell Mrs. Kim that Kirk sent you and that I told you not to touch anything. If you break it, you buy it, and there's absolutely no wiggle room on that. Trust me, I'm speaking from years of experience here. You can also pop into the Stars Hollow bookstore. The proprietor, Andrew, can help you select a nice novel if you feel like sitting in the gazebo to absorb a little bit of the town. And if you're still looking for some action this evening, stop by KC's Tavern, Stars Hollow's local pub. Saturday night is karaoke night, so I encourage you to stay over the weekend as Miss Patty and Babette put on quite a show. Well, this concludes our tour today. I hope you've enjoyed your experience with Kirk's Town Tours. I know I've enjoyed sharing the afternoon with you. Please tell your friends about us, and don't forget to visit my Kirk's Town Tours store before you leave. Until next time.